We're just looking at two sites here. The one that got blown up in Afghanistan called Bimiyan, and the one called Lishan in China. Not going to talk too much as what I did in the part one. I think I've spoke about everything that I need to point out. There's just one or two things that I do need to correct, because that video was put out 6 years ago when I was a little bit too enthusiastic on what I was beginning to see, especially when I just left the megalithic scene. I was just calling everything rebar. It's not really rebar that I was pointing out, really. It's more like metal sheeting now, whether or not it's wood. You see, it's difficult. You see, when you've got a site, an artifact so large, you would need to at least be using some type of high technology, advanced techniques to be able to just take the weight of something like this. And the fact that there's holes which obviously helped hold such weight in place, which they're just voids in these images, so it's either rusted away or rotted away. And you see, I can't see how it was huge logs, beams. It must have been metal. It's hard to say, but I have found some of the largest images after 2 days of searching. Look, no structure this size, even if this was hard rock, because when you look at it, it's clearly some type of mud, silt, likely an entire city built from mud. I'm going to show you some, right? But even if this entire rock face was originally hard rock, you still would not machine even a huge statue like this. Why? Because all rock, even hard rock, has huge cracks, flaws running through it, right? So it would eventually just crumble away. It's why you have to build something with concrete, girders and rebar. Those are just simple facts. But the arm, if you look at the size of the hole where the arm has fallen away, it just looks hollow. Now, a man could stand in that thing, right? But if you look at the tracked lines where the folds are on the robe that's been falling away, can you see the tiny little holes that track perfectly right down the entire artifact? Now, this image is looking out from where the head used to be of the statue. If you look on the right hand side, it just looks like the entire surrounding mud, well, the entire surrounding area were built exactly the same way we would do it today. Right now, obviously, there are existing mud cities. People still build with mud, brick and a smeared surface today, right, using logs to keep it in place as it's drying out, right? But with buildings, you're talking about 85% of a building is hollow. If you can imagine just how much that statue would weigh, it's just unbelievable, right? And how far the arms stuck out, like I said in the first part,